My fiancée told me, "You'll regret it if you ever leave." So I left in a way she never saw coming. I was sitting in my car outside the restaurant, staring through the window as my fiancée laughed with her friends. Not just laughing, she was pointing at her phone, at my text. She was an hour and 40 minutes late to our anniversary dinner. This wasn't new. 3 years together, 1 year engaged. Somewhere along the way, basic respect became optional for her. But something about tonight finally snapped something in me. I texted again. Nothing. Then my phone buzzed. "Babe, stop texting. I'm having drinks with the girls." Funny, she told me that morning she might not get messages. I checked my phone 3 times before realizing the truth. So I walked inside. The table went silent the second they saw me. "Hey," I said, "you missed our anniversary dinner." She rolled her eyes. "Don't be dramatic, Marcus. We can eat any night." Her friend Jade snorted. "Someone's in the doghouse. He'll get over it. He always does." Celeste leaned toward me. "Babe, you're embarrassing me. Just go home. I'll be there later." I said, "We need to talk. Now." She sighed loudly. "Oh my God, fine." Then to her friends, "See what I deal with?" Outside, she crossed her arms. "What's your problem? It's just dinner." "It's not just dinner," I said. "It's our anniversary. It's you being almost 2 hours late. It's you laughing about it." "You're so sensitive," she snapped. "This is why I need space sometimes. You're suffocating." That was it. "I'm done, Celeste. This relationship is over." Her expression changed instantly. "You're not serious." "I am. I'll move my stuff out this weekend." She stepped closer, lowering her voice. "You'll regret it if you ever leave. No one else will put up with you like I do. You'll come crawling back, and I might not take you." I smiled slightly. "We'll see." "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means, we'll see. Enjoy your drinks." And I walked away. What she didn't know was that she lived in my apartment. She wasn't on the lease. She paid no rent, said she was saving for our future. Her stuff took over every room. My gaming setup got shoved into a corner. My office became her closet. I shrank my entire life to make room for hers. She also didn't know I'd accepted a job offer in another state, fully remote, occasional office visits. I'd been planning it quietly for weeks as her disrespect got worse. That anniversary dinner was my last attempt to see if anything was worth saving. It wasn't. She came home late that night and tried to slip into bed like nothing happened. "Babe, you awake? I'm sorry about earlier. Let me make it up to you." I pretended to sleep. I'd heard that apology before. It never meant change. The next morning, she acted completely normal. Made breakfast, hummed, kissed my cheek. "So, what time is our makeup dinner tonight?" "There isn't one," I said. "We're done." She laughed. "Come on, don't be like that. I said I was sorry." "When?" "Last night. You were asleep, but still counts." Then she smiled. "I'll book reservations anywhere you want. My treat." "I'll be packing this weekend," I said. "You should start looking for a new place." Her expression vanished. "You're not dumping me," she said coldly, "and I'm not moving. Try to kick me out and I'll make your life hell. You have no idea who you're messing with." I grabbed my bag. "Okay," I said calmly. "I need to get to work." She slammed the bedroom door behind me. That's when my phone started blowing up. My phone lit up late that night. "Tomorrow morning, truck's ready. See you at 6. Friday night, Celeste flipped the switch. Full love bomb mode. She cooked an over-the-top dinner, wore the dress I bought her last year, kept brushing my arm, twirling her hair, acting like nothing was wrong. "Remember our trip last summer?" she said softly. "We were so happy. We could get back to that." The same trip where she spent the entire time glued to Instagram and complained about the hotel. "I was just moody," she said quickly. "Travel stresses me out, but the good moments were real, right?" "I'm exhausted," I said, going to bed. "It's only 9, she replied. "Big day tomorrow." She followed me down the hallway. "You're really going to throw away 3 years over one dinner?" "It's not one dinner. It's a pattern. You know it is." She scoffed. "You'll never find anyone like me." "Exactly." She slept on the couch that night. Perfect. Saturday morning, my brother pulled up with his truck and 2 friends. I'd already packed the essentials during the week. Clothes, electronics, documents, everything important was already in my car. Now, it was time for the rest. We moved fast and kept our voices low. My gaming setup, my desk, furniture I owned long before Celeste slowly took over the place. She woke up to footsteps and voices, staggered out in pajamas. "Marcus, what are you doing?" "I'm moving out, like I told you." "You can't just do this. This is my home, too." "It's my apartment," I said evenly. "My name's on the lease. You're staying here as a guest." She tried to block the doorway. "Stop! We need to talk about this." My brother stepped in. "Ma'am, please move." "Don't call me ma'am," she snapped. "Marcus, tell them to stop." "We're almost finished," I said. "You might want to get dressed." She ran back inside, yelling into her phone, probably her mom or Jade. When we finished, the apartment felt empty in a strange way. Her furniture was still there, but without my stuff, it looked staged like a show set missing half the props. She came back out, dressed, panicking. "Where are you even going? You can't afford another place. You need me." "I got a new job, out of state. I start Monday." Her face went blank. "When were you going to tell me?" "I wasn't. We're not together." She snapped. "This is crazy. You planned all of this while pretending everything was fine?" "Like you pretending to care while skipping our anniversary?" She stomped her foot like a child. "That's different. I just lost track of time." "You're making a massive mistake," she said. "When this job falls apart and you're alone in some dump, don't come back to me." "I won't." I handed her an envelope. 2 months left on the lease. The landlord's number is inside if you want to take it over." She stared at it, stunned. Not my problem anymore. "Rent-free? Quitting your job? Disrespecting me non-stop?" she snapped. "I was building our future by shopping. You've got that fancy new job, you can afford it." "That's not the point," I said. "Don't contact me again." "Or what?" she sneered. "You'll just run away again?" "Or I'll file a police report for attempted theft and harassment." She hung up. But she wasn't finished. She took it to Facebook. A long post about her abusive ex who abandoned her homeless and broke, tagged mutual friends. Some believed her. I lost a few friendships, and honestly, good riddance. Anyone who took her side without hearing mine wasn't someone I needed. My brother sent me screenshots. She posted photos of the apartment, now only hers, framing it to look empty and sad without my stuff. Caption: "He took everything and left me with nothing. This is what narcissistic abuse looks like." The comments were unhinged. Her enabler friends piled on. "He never deserved you. Sue him for emotional damage. King behavior leaving a queen." Then one sane person commented, "Wait, didn't you post last month about skipping his birthday dinner for a party?" That comment disappeared real fast. Reality was catching up to her. She had 6 weeks to find a new place. No job, no savings. She'd blown everything on clothes, drinks, and nights out. No backup plan because she never believed I'd actually leave. Then her mom called. "Marcus, sweetheart, can we talk about Celeste?" "No." "She made mistakes, but she loves you." "She loved what I provided. There's a difference." "She's struggling. Could you help with a few months of rent?" "Ask her what happened to the engagement ring I bought her." Silence. We both knew the answer. She'd sold it months earlier for cash without telling me. I only found out when I tried to update the insurance. Money for what? More drinks with Jade? Another handbag? "You're being cruel," her mom said. "I'm being done. She wanted me gone. I'm gone. Actions have consequences." I hung up and blocked the number. Then came alert number 2. My credit monitoring notified someone tried to open a credit card in my name. 3 guesses who. I froze my credit immediately, filed a fraud report, and saved every receipt, screenshot, and message. She was spiraling, and desperate Celeste was dangerous. Update 2, 1 month later. The extinction burst was impressive, like a fireworks show made entirely of entitlement. By week 3, she realized I wasn't coming back to rescue her. So she tried a new angle: mutual friends. I got a text from Aaron, a college buddy. "Hey man, Celeste reached out, says you two had a misunderstanding. She sounds really sorry. She stole my credit card info and tried to spend $3,400. What? She told me you were being financially abusive by cutting me off. She's been hitting everyone up for emergency loans, hasn't she? Yeah, she asked me for $500, said you froze her accounts. Hope you didn't give it to her." "Almost did. Thanks for the warning." She went through our entire friend group with different sob stories, different emergencies, different amounts. Told Sarah I kicked her out with no notice. Told James I stole her car. She didn't even own one. Told Mike I emptied our joint savings. We never had joint accounts. Most people caught on. The ones who didn't learned when she couldn't pay them back. Then came the nuclear option. She showed up at my new job. She drove 6 hours just to ambush me at work. Security called me. "Sir, there's a woman in the lobby claiming to be your wife. Says it's an emergency." I went downstairs. Celeste was in full performance mode, shaking, crying, dramatic gasps. "Marcus, thank God, I've been so worried." I turned to security. "I don't know this woman." Her face snapped toward me. "What? Marcus, stop, tell them who I am." "She's my ex. I haven't spoken to her in a month. She has no reason to be here." Security stepped in. "Ma'am, you need to leave." "This is insane. I drove all this way. We need to talk." "We really don't." She tried to grab my arm. Security blocked her instantly. "You can't hide behind security forever. You owe me a conversation." "I owe you nothing," I said. "Please escort her out." As they dragged her away, she screamed, "You'll regret this. I know where you work now. This isn't over." HR pulled me aside afterward. I showed them everything: the messages, fraud attempt, harassment. They took it seriously. Her photo went to every security desk, banned from the property. But she'd found my workplace, which meant she could find my apartment. Time to get ahead of it. I filed for a restraining order. The evidence was overwhelming: credit fraud, harassment, stalking, threats. Workplace ambush. The judge granted a temporary order. She'd be served within days. Meanwhile, her housing situation imploded. My old landlord texted me, "Your ex is something else." "What happened?" "She told us you'd be paying her rent going forward." "Absolutely not. She's not on the lease next month anyway. We've already lined up new tenants." Apparently, she'd been a nightmare. Noise complaints, screaming phone fights, tried to change the locks without permission. She even asked if she could stay for free, the landlord said. Claimed she'd influence for us. How many followers? When she said 2,000, I laughed. She called me a boomer who doesn't understand marketing. The cherry on top? She got served the restraining order the same week she received her eviction notice. Jade called me from a new number. "You're evil," she said. "Celeste is homeless because of you." She's homeless because she quit her job, spent all her money, and tried to commit fraud. She loved you. She loved my apartment and my credit card. She's staying on my couch now. Good luck with that.
Jade asked if I was happy. I was. Not ecstatic or celebratory, just calm, relieved. I wished her luck. Suggested she ask Celeste to help with groceries and bills. That was the last advice I gave. 10 days later, Jade understood. Celeste wasn't a good guest. She never had been. She burned through food without replacing it, used things that weren't hers, crossed boundaries like they didn't exist. Late nights, strangers over, money borrowed and never returned. Jade eventually sent me a short message. "I get it now. I'm sorry." That pattern repeated itself everywhere Celeste went, couch to couch, friend to friend. Each time the same cycle: move in, overstep, get asked to leave, rewrite the story with herself as the victim. Eventually, she crossed the final line and violated the restraining order. A fake account, a message meant to provoke a reaction. I didn't respond. I forwarded it to my lawyer. The court handled the rest. The judge was clear. Boundaries had already been explained. Consequences followed. No anger in the room, just process and accountability. In the end, Celeste moved back in with her parents, far away. The last I heard, she was working part-time and rebuilding in her own way, still telling a version of the story where none of it was her fault. I stopped correcting it. Some people aren't ready to see themselves clearly. Her mother sent one final message before I blocked that number too. "I hope you're happy you broke my daughter." I didn't reply. Because the truth is simple. I didn't break her. I stopped catching her every time she fell. Today, my life is steady. I enjoy my work. I've built friendships with people who respect boundaries. I'm dating someone who shows up, not just physically, but emotionally. There's no chaos, no walking on eggshells, no constant repair work. Peace has a quiet way of proving you made the right choice. I still remember the warning she gave me that night. "You'll regret it if you ever leave." She was wrong. My only regret is not leaving sooner. If there's a lesson in all this, it's a simple one. When someone tells you you'll regret walking away, it's often because they know you'll finally be free. It took me 3 years to listen, but when I did, it turned out to be the best decision of my life.